Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and today we've dropped back into the pressure cooker to play a little bit more Oxygen Not Included. Thanks for jumping in to join the game. Things have been going a little bit better with this colony than what we had in a couple of our prior colonies with the new updates. Fortunately, we have we've been sort of treading water on food. Oxygen is present, although not exactly what I would call good. Power's been a little bit intermittent, so that's kind of what I want to focus on tonight. Last time we had started doing an ethanol power grid down here, producing ethanol to feed into a petroleum generator so that we could supply some power for our colony. We didn't get enough time to get that finished yet, so our duplicates are going to work on finishing that out today. We're going to build out a power grid that hopefully will support all the efforts that we're trying to do with our little colony, and ideally keep them from suffocating or starving to death, because the power kind of drives the things we need for both of those. But welcome everyone who's here. Let's hopefully try to get through tonight without any duplicate deaths again. This colony's been pretty good so far. I don't think we had any just yet. I'd call that a win. Particularly considering how some of our colonies have gone lately, but oxygen is certainly something we're going to want to try to solve for today as well. We have a little bit of stress issues for a couple of our duplicates because we've boosted them up to some pretty high levels in the skill tree, but we haven't necessarily done everything we need to get all of their needs met. So a couple things we got to kind of tackle today. Oxygen is apparent. It's there. I mean, they have places they can go to breathe it. I guess that's probably the most important thing. So, generally speaking, they won't suffocate as long as they have some place they can run to get it. But I'm actually really not liking the plants that we down here at the bottom for the Oxford. They consume a lot of water. They're consuming resources. They produce oxygen at the bottom of the colony, which then has to filter its way up, and it kind of slows the progression of other movement of the CO2 to move towards the bottom portion of the base, which is not something I'm super thrilled with. So I'd like to try to move away from using these things and go just to my standard oxygen production system using the electrolyzers and pumps and stuff. Because I think that just makes for a much more stable oxygen supply than these things do. But we'll see. I don't know if we're going to have a time to tackle that today. Power is one of my primary concerns, and then just in general making sure we continue to breathe, because, you know, oxygen's not included. We have to supply our own, apparently. All right, our research tree is very nearly finished. We can go up as far as the introduction to rocketry here, and then we're gonna have to get some interstellar research stuff here, which we can't do just yet until we actually get to the point of having rockets. So once we have this research completed, I can actually break down those machines. We could repurpose that floor. I'd like to make them a little bit of a rec area in here so that they have a place to relax a little bit, maybe a massage room so they get a better benefit out of that. See what happens. What are we gonna do with all the shine bugs? That's a good question. Eventually, I'd like to lure them into a place where we could use them for something like power generation or something. For the most part, I just wanted to keep them alive while we were getting everything started with the colony, and I think we've become mildly successful at that. There's a fair number of shine bugs here. I mean, we don't have like super crazy numbers, but oh, a little poke shell spawn. Okay, I want him. I don't even know what conditions the poke shell needs, but we're going to bring in a poke shell spawn. And we are going to want to relocate them sooner rather than later. So let's see. Polluted dirt and rot pile, and they excrete sand. Oh, sand is something we've been kind of needing, so that's probably not a bad idea. We can wrangle it. I think I'm going to put it over here in the same room as we had set up for the shine bugs. Oh, that's this one here. It's a little bit crowded with storage containers, but we can put a little critter drop off in here. I'm kind of tempted to put it in with the hatches, but the trouble is when it gets big, it'll attack things if it lays an egg. So I don't know. We'll drop it in here for now. Oh, no, I can't do that because I actually need to keep it behind closed doors. I don't want to wander around my base. Mind you, it couldn't really go out that door. All right, that's fine. Never mind. False alarm. We can't stick it here because it can't go the door anyway. Nope, I haven't killed them all yet, Durgan. The echo is disconcerting. Is there an echo? Hold on a second. Mike's too low when there's a problem with game audio. Oh, okay, I see what the issue is. Hold on. I got it. Okay, that should fix the game audio echo. Oh, the joy of the old Elgato sound capture. All right, so the echo's gone now, or at least it should be. Hey Scott, how are you? Yeah, we're almost 100 cycles in and no dead duplicates. That is fairly surprising. Yeah, there's two settings of the Elgato sound capture thing. Sometimes it feeds into two different inputs in the capture software, so I just had to turn one of them off. Okay, obviously we're going to keep getting those suffocation notices, so I apologize for all the noise that's going to generate while we kind of get everything sorted out. Most of the time they're not really suffocating, they're just holding their breath, and they get to the end of the holding their breath period, and it says they're suffocating. But they do have oxygen to run and breathe, so, you know, unless the duplicate is trapped, which it would be really easy to miss one in this type of environment, then they're not really suffocating, per se. It's a slow death for this colony. We're not really that close to dying. I mean, it hasn't been, you know, this hasn't been the most stellar performing colony we've had so far, but... Alright, these guys are happy, so that's fine. Once we get some more hatches in here, then we can have some more barbecue, I suppose. Yeah, the update dropped a little bit ago, and a lot of people are experiencing frequent crashes. How's the game holding up for you? Oh, that's not reassuring. I did see the update. I checked out the patch notes, and I saw they had some fixes and stuff in for crashes, but we've only just started playing tonight, so no crashes yet. But we're only like 7 minutes in. So there's still time. Still plenty of time for the game to go spiraling down some evil black hole of awfulness. Oh, I wanted to put a smart battery on this thing, too. Someone rightfully pointed out that I didn't have a smart battery on here, so we're actually wasting power on this coal generator, which actually produces excess CO2 as well, so it kind of has like a double whammy. I'm gonna build here, but I gotta wait till I chop those trees down. Game crash last 3 times you played, usually having about 10 minutes. Oh, that really is not good. Please replace all floor in the middle with airflow tiles with airflow. Well, the trouble with the airflow tiles is they have a negative decor impact. -5 to the decor, so I tend not to do that too often. There are probably a couple of opportunities where we could improve the airflow a little bit, but it's less about these airflow tiles being the problem and more about, I think, where I'm generating the oxygen. So up here, the oxygen is not being generated to the side of the colony, so it's not building up pressure and then pressing CO2 down. It's building up right above, and then it's maxing out the pressure, and then right below it isn't getting the movement. This is how I normally distribute my panels, and normally I don't have too many issues with CO2 building up in this way. I actually need to take this oxygen production and bump it over to the right more, so it has an opportunity to build up and press the CO2 in the direction I want it to go. But I need to tackle a couple things before I can do that. There is some gold on this map, not a lot though. So up here on the top left here, you can see there is a small biome here that has some gold in it. I think there was another one over here. Yeah, there's another swamp biome over here that has some gold in it. So I've only found 2 so far, but there could be more. It's just the swamp biome is not common in this particular asteroid. Core Colony is on cycle 800 something. Your frame rate's usually 16 to 20 FPS. Yeah. When you get to a really, like, the longer the colony lasts, the more the lag kicks in. Part of the reason why sometimes I don't bother worrying about how many cycles I survive. This is going to consume 2,000 grams per second. These produce... Okay, ethanol distiller produces 500 grams per second. A couple people were saying that we're probably producing more ethanol with this triple distiller setup into the one generator than we're really going to need, because this will have a smart battery on it, so it's not going to be running constantly, and they're probably right. I think I'll leave it in place the way it is now, though. And if necessary, we can always, like, deconstruct one of these if it's just, like, exceedingly too much ethanol. But having a little extra ethanol is not so bad either, because it's a good medium for cooling and stuff. Makes a decent coolant. Okay, let's plant in here. We want... Where's my arbors? Oh, there we go. Arbor acorn. Okay, so we're gonna get those. We do need to change up our setup up here for our water flow. So the way it is right now, I have my excess water flow kicking out and going into storage containers, but I actually want to take that and send it down below. And then we're going to utilize that for feeding into these trees. Now, this is going to be, it's going to take a little bit of adjusting here, because I've got stuff built a certain way here that I don't need anymore. So we can deconstruct this. Start with that first, and then actually... No, we have no incoming water from up here again. Oh yeah, I forgot. Right at the end of the stream, we tapped this one out. Alright, so let's enable this building. Actually, you know what? Let's cancel that. I'm not going to enable that just yet. I'm going to leave that one as is. I want to store up some water over here, and then we can start to use it in an electrolyzer instead, maybe. I think it's just going to be more efficient than feeding all of these plants. 3.5 million kilocalories and still going. Yeah, that's a decent amount of food. Did you set up bottled and polluted water yet? No, I haven't got one set up for that yet. Probably should. I don't know where to stick it right now, though. I mean, I could dump it out here, I suppose. It's outside of a seal. Except, oh, then I'm risking having that flood into my colony there. If I run through here, I'll let all the chlorine out, so I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll just dump it over here in this CO2 well. Once we get this dug out, I'll have them dump polluted water down here. Oh, wait, did we set one in here? Yeah, we did. Right here. You're right. Totally forgot I built that. Alright, polluted water. That's all set. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot we put that in there. Electrolyzer will probably fry your base, though. Why would it fry my base? I mean, you have to cool the air, but it's easier to cool air than it is to cool water. So I'm not as worried about that. We would need to set up a cooling system for it, of course. But that's certainly doable. All of our research should be finished now. Just gonna double check that I caught everything in the trees here. I wish I could do like zooming in that wasn't quite as far zoomed in. Just one click of the zoom and that's oh wait, we did miss this. Oh no, they haven't done a lot of it. I guess because they don't have any water. Never mind. I guess we don't have to break that. It was a little notice saying we don't have water. I thought it was saying we didn't have anything selected. Well, drat. All right. So I think I'm going to disconnect the pipe that feeds here. Then I'll turn that pump back on. We'll fill this up with water that we can use for research. It's a little hot, whatever, but okay, that's done there. Now we can enable this building up here. Never mind. I done broke it. 76-degree water. Yeah, that's a little spicy. What did I make this thing out of? Aluminum. That might be a problem. Alright, we actually need to deconstruct this, because I'm going to need to build it out of a different material. Hey, Katrina, how are you? If I'm not mistaken, CO2 drops to the bottom right, so putting your CO2 sink at the bottom... Well, actually, it used to drop to the bottom right, but now it just sort of drops down. The CO2 tends to move based on where your pressure is building up. So right now I have pressure building up in the top left more for oxygen, and it tends to press the CO2 down in this direction. This is all oxygen down here now, ironically enough, even though I got all this CO2. If I clear this out, I can let the CO2 drop into the central well, and then this cleaner will pick it up down here. Which I'm kind of okay with. It's funny we have all this oxygen trapped below here. I'm not sure exactly where that came from. I think there was a room here we dug into, I think it had some oxygen in it. I thought it would just sort of flow up and out, but it didn't really do that so much. Hey, CrypticFox. Love how you explain your complex systems work. Any chance you can do a mini-series of tutorials? Would really help noobs like me who can call these down within 20 days. Yeah, I did have a series of tutorials that I had done that I was planning to redo when the 1.0 launch happened. So I've already got a few things that I'm planning to do tutorial-wise. Those updates I'll be making after... Well, July 30th is the day this is supposed to come out in the main branch of the game. So after July 30th, I guess. I have to travel a couple days for work next week to New York City, and then I'll be back after that, and I want to start to work on some of those. Probably start with some of the more simple stuff and then get more advanced later. Liquid pumps... Iron ore, overheat temperature 75 degrees. It's still going to overheat. Is it really the same overheat temperature for iron, is it? No. Well, we'll try iron anyway. I built it out of aluminum before, but we'll try iron and see if that makes it any better. Still Snow with Super Chat. It's Friday in Cryptic Livestream. Bliss. It's Friday where you are. Happy Friday. Almost seems strange it's the end of the week already. I took today off, and we took the kids to the African Lion Safari, which if you're not in Ontario, you might not be familiar with. But it's kind of like a zoo, but you actually get to drive through the area where all the animals are. So you get like monkeys and stuff that climb on your car, and you can like drive up next to where the lions are laying on the side of the road and stuff. So it's a little closer to it's like a blend between a safari and a zoo. Gonna get some gold amalgam. Yeah, I mean we had we have access to a little bit here. We can try to snag some of this. It's a little bit germy over here, but I guess that's better than nothing. I'm gonna set a ladder up here too. We'll dig into this. I'll get kind of a double benefit. We'll get gold, and we'll get a little bit of that polluted water that can run down here for this pump at the same time. Oh, I don't think I did set the new critter drop off. Thank you. So we want this to be the poke shell. Poke shell and poke shell spawn. And then I gotta figure out where the poke shell went. There he is. They're actually kind of cute, but they're also kind of violent. So when they get older and they start laying eggs, that's when having an auto sweeper's handy, because you can pick the egg up away from them without having to worry so much about the whole killing thing. What do poke shells do? They eat junk and produce sand, so they do have some utility. The meat is also usable in some cooking recipes. But if they lay an egg and you have any critter or any duplicate near them, the poke shell will attack them and it will kill your duplicates. So you kind of have to be careful. Place an airflow below the tile left of the ferns. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that in the interim. It's not going to accomplish a ton, but it'll help a little bit. Does it mean over here it's not really even exchanging? Why do I have this? Oh. 37. That might be part of our problem too. There's only a single gap there for gases to flow through. This is almost built down here. Do we have anyone that has the skill for mechatronics engineering? I thought I had somebody that was close. There we go. Richard. You're our new mechatronics engineer. It's not going to do good things for your stress, but... Oh, actually, no, he's fine, actually, stress-wise. Excellent. There might have been somebody else, I think, too, that was close. So I'm just completely misremembering, which is entirely possible, because I do have a mind like a sieve. If you've ever watched a stream, you'll probably know that, because I'm constantly forgetting what I'm up to. No, I guess it was just the one. I thought we had... Oh, I think it was Brittany that I was moving towards it, but we still had some more work to do there. Okay, so we have one person who can be a mechatronics engineer. I don't think, though, that this auto sweeper can hit all three of these, because it has to cover at least half of the machine, and these are 4 tiles wide now. So I think the best we can do with this is actually covering off 2 of the machines. Oh, maybe. That might work. I'm going to try that. We might actually be able to get all 3 of the machines covered by this. That would be handy. We're also going to throw in, of course, the conveyor receptacle. No, we want the conveyor loader. No, actually, it is the receptacle I want. Okay, we're going to throw the conveyor receptacle here. We're going to put another sweeper over here. Well, I'll have to wait till they do some digging over there. But what I want to do is have the sweeper handy so it can pick up the wood as they harvest it. Just pass it right in, and then this thing can auto-load into the distiller. See how that plays out. We moved the oil over to here. So this is clear now. That's good. We can deconstruct in here. We have a duplicant that's sleeping without a bed right now, so I should probably try to take care of that for them. I'm gonna fill this in with insulation back to here, basically, and then we'll break this out and make another little room for the last duplicant to sleep in. Found out the poke shell and egg problem the hard way. Almost lost me. Oh no. Yeah. Mechatronics engineer makes it sound like I'm gonna build a massive robot. It does a little bit, doesn't it? It's not just a simple conveyor system. It's like a complicated robotic mechanism. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all these. I might do something with them later, but I'm a little concerned that like the sheer amount of water these things consume is kind of crazy. 19 kilograms per cycle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 17 of them. What's 17 times 19? Brain no worky. That's what the calculator's for. 323. Is it kilograms or grams? Kilograms. 323 kilograms of water per second, or no, per cycle. So it's not that insane, but I could probably be using that water elsewhere. Pip eggs. Yeah, we want those. I have a storage room in here for pip eggs. Let's set this for... let's see. Critter eggs. Pip eggs. 10 out of 7. It's super hot right now. 37 degrees with 200% humidity. Ugh. How do you even get to 200%? When you get to 100%, doesn't it just start raining? That's disgusting. Apparently there's been like some really intense heat through a large part of Europe and stuff too. I'm sure is no joke. Food's fairly inexpensive in Japan. It kind of surprises me. I mean, being an island nation, you'd think they'd have to import so much that things would get expensive. Yeah, that's right. Enjoy those massage tables. Okay. How's our power grid in general? So it's really scattered. I think I'm gonna build the branch power grid all across the bottom here. We'll probably use this as my channel to send the power across the bottom, and that way it's kind of out of the duplicate sphere of problems. I don't know how to describe that. I really would, now that I've got these things gone, I should probably deconstruct our coal generator, move it down lower so that it's at the same level as all this other stuff that's producing CO2 instead of having it up higher. If I can get these on the same power system, then I don't need to run the wood burners anymore, which will save all the CO2 I'm producing up here. Not that I have a convenient mechanism to get rid of it right now. I guess I could put a little planter box in here with a fern or two and just let them go to town. That might work, I guess. Give me dip again. You want to cook again? We're not. Yeah, we're not bringing any duplicates into the moment because we've been sort of threading the needle on oxygen and food for the last little while. But yeah, if I start to bring in more duplicates, then certainly. Are you sure you want the poke shell in the storage bins? Well, my thinking is that I kind of want to get. I'll set up something else for them later. But I'll just try to keep tabs on if they lay an egg and then try to sweep it out. Lord knows I'm going to forget, and the poor little duplicates are going to pay the price, but... Excuse me. I kind of want to... You know what? I should try to hook these things up to the power grid now so that I can get... If I get this connected to the power grid now, I can start to produce some ethanol ahead of time so that we can start to run that generator. Might look a little weird, but I'm gonna bust up the floor a little too so we can get the CO2 to move down. Starvation 6, prevent the stone. Is there 6 of them starving? 4 of them starving? We have 4,800 kilocalories, so there is food there for them to get. It's just a question of whether they get a chance to get it or not. Where's their vitals? 774, 269. Toolkit's toast. Toolkit, Lombardio, Sean Hilton. Man, I've got a few of them on Death Watch now. Where's Toolkit 71? He's a long way off of break mode. Okay, add a new schedule. All this will be downtime. Let's move bedtime to here. Bath time, downtime. Okay, and the people we want to be on this, because I want them to run and grab food right away, are Toolkit 71, Sean Hilton. Who else? Lombardio. Man, we got a few of them that are gonna go. They're not looking like they're in good shape right now. Where's my... Set this thing up to make mush bars. Stop making lice loaf. Make mush bars. Supplement our food quickly. Oh, actually, look at all the food that's just sitting here that hasn't been harvested. If I could just let them go eat the... Like, just go get the food. Get the stuff that's already there. Are you gonna run and get food, or are you just gonna fool around? What are you doing? Where is he? Where's Toolkit 71? I think Toolkit's toast. I don't think he can even get to food fast enough. 245 kilocalories. Yeah, he's not even... Stop breathing. Go eat. Don't go to the bathroom. He's gonna die in the toilet. Is he going to bed? Where did I put the sleep cycle? Did I set the schedule up wrong? I thought I set his sleep cycle for the morning so he wouldn't go to bed. Yeah. What is he doing? No midday naps. Go eat something. You're gonna be dead. Oh, I see the problem. All the food is lettuce right now. And I don't think I even have that in storage. Alright, he's dead. First duplicate death is going to be Toolkit 71, I think. Yellow alert the mealwood. Oh, that's a good idea. Priority... Okay, we'll see what happens. I got some of it. We got a quick 7,800 kilocalories. Hasn't given me the notice he's dead yet. Oh, he ate something. Even though, there we go. Okay, good. Some of them ate. Ah, gamer girls are next. Okay, good. She's eating. Okay, they're making a gradual recovery. This really needs to be high priority. Food now. He's alive for the moment. For the moment, we saved him for the moment, but that's not really that's not a long-term solution. That's a short-term thing. Okay, in terms of my power grid, what I want to do is set up power transformers along here. One here. I want at least one over here. Like that. So we can do 2 branches so far in the colony, one on the left side, one on the right side. I don't really have a ton of power consumption at the moment, but there's enough here on the right. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Said the aluminum ore. Did they change the color of the aluminum ore? I swear it was the same color as iron ore. They must have been something new in the update. Stress is going up. Yeah, there's a couple duplicates that are high on the stress meter. We do have some massage tables that they can go get a break at. What the? Did that just happen? Can you not build heavy watt wire on ladders anymore? What's going on here? Oh, well, that's a problem. Huh. Okay. Well, we can do this differently, I guess. Ladders used to not to represent a problem for that, but apparently that's changed. If I do this, I'm going to require a wire bridge. You know, why don't I just, we'll put in another heavy watt joint plate here. Do it that way. You have to build the heavy wire first, then build the ladder. Changing it back tomorrow. Oh, okay. Just a minor inconvenience. We got a little boost of extra oxygen out of these oxygen diffusers. At the end of the last stream to try to get a little O2 in there, burning up some algae. Clearly, run out of algae again. They still haven't pipped with those pip eggs. I swear, nobody does the priority I actually tell them to do. I'm starting to wonder whether I should bother setting these at all, because it doesn't seem like they entirely work. No McDonald's on this rock. Definitely not. I mean, we've got the lettuce, we've got the meat. If we can get a gassy moo, maybe we can get some cheese. Special sauce, maybe we can use the poke shell. Patch introduced make it able to build ladders instead of tiles and vice versa. The wire thing's a bug. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, because it used to be you had to destroy the block and then place the ladder, but I think they made it so you could just replace the block with the ladder. No special sauce. Tell them to do the opposite of what I want. That's a good idea. I'll tell them to do the opposite of what I want. They're more likely to do what I actually need. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need. Alright, in the meantime, we built the joint plate, so that's fine. Get that all connected. I really should relocate this coal generator. Since I'm putting all the power production down here anyway, let's just, we'll hollow out a space over here for it. We'll take this and make this all out of tile. Some tile down here, and then we can just slap our generator in there. Might get a little warm down there though, that's my only concern. We'll see how it goes. Aside from looking cute and planting annoying seeds, what else do pips do? Not much. They're a meat source, so you can get meat from them. But that's pretty much it. They take things out of your storage bins. They plant things, so you can kind of create like a wild farm with them. So all these trees that are in here, I have them plant, and then I don't have to supply them with anything. If you have a smaller colony of duplicants, like I have 17, so that's kind of a lot of food you have to produce. If you didn't have a really large colony, you were going to keep it down to like, 5 to 10 duplicants. You could probably build a farm where you have the pips plant the wild plants into dirt. And then you don't have to deal with it anymore. Ooh, got 2 shovels in here and 2 eggs. That's cool. Looks like the next patch too. Pip pip hooray. Pips also, yeah, they also excrete dirt, so that is handy. Now, speaking of dirt, we have a lot of it here. 568 tons of dirt. So we probably can spare some dirt. I guess we'll feed our hatches. We haven't been feeding them. I was preserving the dirt because I'm just in the habit of doing it from other colonies. Because dirt's always one of those things you have a tendency to run out of with farming and everything. But this in the forest biome, you actually have a ton of dirt to start with, so I guess it's kind of pointless. Yeah, pips and parks go together then, that's right. You can have them create like a natural park for you. Oh, did they finish the research yet? Close. Close but not quite. Ooh, this is out of water. Oh no, I forgot I broke that pipe. Eee. Everyone's gonna pee on the floor again. Like a professional getting my duplicants to pee on the floor. That's not really something to be proud of, I don't think. If I get rid of this little pipe bridge and we fill that in with pipe, we'll get a small surge of cleaning, and that will do something. This pipe bridge also can go. Deconstruct this pipe. Like so. That will clean all up all that space so I have more room to work with. Give me this connected. Oh, look, somebody peed in the water again. Oh, never mind. Tell him to clean it up, but he's doing a good job of making a mess all at the same time. Oh, gosh. Never, ever let your bathroom back up. That was my mistake. I should have built the other... Oh. I should have built the other overflow before I did that. There's going to be pee everywhere. 17 duplicates peeing on the floor. That is a lot of urine. Let me tell you. Yeah, pips never pee on the floor, unlike the dupes. You are right. You are not wrong. Okay, clean up the urine water here first. Try to get a clean dupe is a happy dupe. And look at all the urine up here. Urine for days. On the plus side, we can clean all that up and dump it down here, and then we can just feed it back into our trees. So I guess that's something. Gross. You're in trouble now. You're in trouble now. 17 dupes worth of dirty water. Yeah, they can actually produce quite a bit. Now I've got a problem up here because we've got polluted water in where I want the chlorine gas to go. This thing is still running intermittently. It's actually maxing out on its pressure, which is not great. We've got chlorine in our colony. Yeah, everything's going stellar this colony. Just fantastic. If the game would let us use dupes for food, yeah. There'd be a whole lot to snack on then. Liquid storage on both sides of the... Yeah, well, I did have liquid storage over here, and I had it set up to clean it. However... Oh. So much urine. Surprisingly, only a few germs in there. Surprisingly. Okay, this has no power, because that's awesome. Okay, that's filled, so now we got power again. Where is my liquid piping? Okay, so over here, now I need to do an overflow valve. So I need to throw a liquid pipe bridge in here. Once we have that built, I can drain the water out of this middle pipe, and it should, I think. I think it will prefer to flow through. I can break the pipe without making a mess on the floor. And I think he peed on the floor again. You go, duplicant. More pee power to you. Okay. This will go in. Let's put this into storage for now. I'm going to take it out late, like as soon as I get the rest of this set up, but right now I don't have it set up, so I might as well just pop that in storage. This pipe can be deconstructed. I can connect into that, we'll branch it down and feed it into the pipe that's feeding these things, even though they're not really anything growing in there just yet. You see death coming? I see death coming every time I turn the game on. I mean, having a lot of duplicates can have certain benefits in the sense that you've got a big workforce to tell them to do a lot of different things. But certainly it certainly increases your risk. Did they make a mess this time? I know you're peeing on the floor. I saw the notice. There's somebody sleeping on the floor there. We've used the same colony once it goes live at the end of the month. It depends. As long as I can continue to use this colony, I will, yeah. If I can't, though, then that could present issues. There, yeah, we're going to take the food. Bring on the omelets. Everyone have a good meal. Stop complaining at me about how you're starving to death. You're all slacking. Oh, yeah. That's right. Just keep eating on the floor. Nobody minds. Perfectly fine. I love stepping in urine. That's why I got a dog. Please get the ethanol maker started to get your power source stabilized a bit. Yeah, that's the intent. I mean, I'm working on getting the wiring and everything all set up for it. I really want to move this generator down here. If we get this connected in... Yeah. See, the trouble is I've got all this mess here. I was gonna connect it into heavy, like switch this over to heavy watt wire and feed it into the grid and swap this wire over. Maybe I'll do that now. We'll plug this into this grid. Heavy watt wire feed into here. Deconstruct all this wiring. I'll feed these directly off the main power line. Alright, swap it into this. Oh, no. I guess I can't really until they get around to breaking this stuff. Again, with a ladder. Stop bugging me with a ladder. Funny how sometimes they do stuff so instantaneously, and other times it's like a battle. Never-ending battle. Okay, I can plug all these batteries in now. As soon as they get that built, I can disconnect the wire up here, and then we'll have a reasonable system started. They're still peeing on the floor because I'm still messing with the power. Okay, this really needs to be a priority down here. I can't have these guys peeing on the floor all this time. This is craziness. Get all this done, please. We can't keep mopping the floor. I mean, it's giving us water and all, but come on. It's just so messy. Look at all the water we're piling up down here. What your build priority is 5. Yeah, I mean, they were down there doing the work already, but it just seems they always seem to deconstruct things faster than they'll build them. I need them to focus on this, and then after they do that, I'll swap it over. I still have this plugged in, so technically we have priority there for power. They love deconstructing. Notice these errands always get done. But yeah, they really love breaking stuff. It's like just high in the pecking order. Particularly, I'll make a version where stress peeing plus power source equals electrocution. If they ever do that, man, am I in trouble. Come on, just finish the pipes already. You're so close. Just finish that stuff. Apparently it's hot down here. It's hot down here. They don't like it. This whole colony's hot, though. I don't know what they're complaining about. They should be used to it by now. It's this 75-degree water here that's going to make things really warm in this immediate area. I should probably set up a cooling mechanism for that loop of water. Starvation. All right. 0 kilocalories. All right. No power. Yeah, even better. Keep tweaking the priorities, but I think I just keep bumping everything up. It's making everything worse. Ice maker works great for chilling water. Yeah, it's not as effective as it used to be, but if you get a few of them going, it can work. I think there's a pee pump at the... I think there's pee at the pump that will go to one heavy wire. We've got... Oh yeah, we got right here. There. Every time they pump stuff out of here, they're getting a nice little batch of pea water. Okay, this is built now. It's backflowing to fill this up. That's interesting. It's actually drawing water out of the pipe. Liquid bridge, insulated liquid pipe, deconstruct. Hurry up, this is confusing the system. It's creating its own loop. There we go. What the? Oh, I see. It's all backed up. Okay, we're good. It's working again. When they have toilets, they can stop peeing all over my floor. Stupid duplicates. How dare you go pee on the floor when I don't give you a place to do it anywhere else? The nerve. Tech piece, no. Bottom right, not bottom left. Oh, down here, you mean? Yeah, I keep mopping over here. This one I want water, the polluted water in. Oh, on the man, on the farm we got some here. Peeing on the farm. Good job, duplicants. It's not like you need food or anything. How goes the colony tonight? Maybe ask me later. Nobody's died yet, so we're gonna call that a plus. We're working on getting the power grid set up down here at the bottom. Oh, actually, this is now connected, so I don't need this wire anymore. We can deconstruct this. Oops, not that one. Might save a little bit of overloading. And this one we can set. Yeah, let's feed it up into here, and we can connect it right into that point. That's odd. It's saying there's no power coming into this. No power, even though this is running, it is definitely connected. Okay, that one's got power. Maybe it's just because there's nothing tapping it, so there's nothing, so it's not recognizing any power. I want to raise the priority of your polluted water bottle. Well, the trouble is that's my thing. Like, I've been raising the priority on everything constantly. I have it, like, priority 7. We'll do a priority 9. Get them to dump the polluted water as much as possible. But I keep gradually bumping up the priorities on everything, and then everything's an emergency, so then they don't do anything quickly. But it sounds like the dupe's already water. Sometimes when they're talking, they sound a little like that. Every now and then I'll click on them expecting to see an emergency, and they were just having a conversation. Did I tap out that water already? Oh, the pump broke already. Probably just as well at the moment. I see a Pacu here that was going to have to, unfortunately, fill my belly. These are cramped now, so we're going to need to get rid of a couple of these. Make sure there's no poke shell in here. Poke shell egg. He's overcrowded. Just from having shine bugs in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the eggs are counting. Oh, he's not overcrowded. Okay, so as the shine bugs flying in and out of the space, he's actually getting grumpy. The production 6%. It's gonna be a while before he lays an egg. She lays an egg. They lay an egg. Whatever. And whatever, use priority 1 to 4. Pretty much never. Salted for fertilization. What do the arbor trees need now? Dirt. 10 kilograms per cycle. So they did have them using something else. Phosphorus or something, but I think I changed it out. Pee in the compost room. Yep. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It just occurred to me I still have a couple duplicates hanging out on this schedule that's not a schedule. Sean Hilton, go back to schedule, default schedule. There we go. Get them off the emergency schedule. Get back to work. Sitting around waiting for them to do stuff, and meanwhile they're just lounging around, enjoying the time off. Can't even say they're like playing video games or something because we don't have the arcade made for them. Do not poke the poke shells. Yeah, no kidding. We'll have to be careful with their eggs for sure. We definitely don't want any issue with the poke shell eggs. Okay, power grid again. That is all connected. I can now disconnect the grid. Should I have to make a smart battery? I do. Let's Plug a smart battery in here. This needs to get plugged in down here. So that's all functional. Where do I want to disconnect the grid? So this right side has... Batteries don't count. So that's 240. That's not being used. These are intermittent. I think I'll sever the... I'm going to sever the power grid like right here in the middle. Keep everything from overloading. No one needs to sleep, only eat. That's right. Shove that food in your gullet. I'm gonna give him the faster way to get to the trees here, too. Actually, I totally did that wrong. No, we need another floor here, that's fine. More floor. Dig this out. Give him a quick highway down to where the trees are. Quicker highway, anyway. Sorry, Pips. They became dinner. Aw, they almost finished that tile finally. One of these days, we're going to get a bed for that last duplicate who doesn't have any place to sleep. Soon. Maybe eventually, possibly. Shadow with a super chat. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the super chat. Those are air. Okay, they're still breathing okay. These are still producing air, so that's good. They have places to go. I will get this cleaned up. We are going to need a second one of these carbon skimmers, just based on how much CO2 we're going to be producing for power. I need to get this thing on my power grid. Okay, come on. If I get this connected, I can shut down all this stuff here that's producing extra stuff. Consuming extra stuff, whatever. Connect this up directly up top. That'll be better. It's a CO2 problem. Yeah, we've been getting a little bit of CO2. Just a little bit. I mean, it's only 600 and some odd grams of it now, so it's not bad. Like up here we have 1,200 grams of oxygen to like 600 and some odd grams of CO2. It's just not pressing its way down the way I typically have it work. This is doing a little bit better job of scrubbing it out now, so as the pressure continues to lower, this will continue to expand down, but I need to step up my oxygen production to give it a good press. Duplicate. I'm not going to bring in a duplicate right now because, frankly, we're already just barely staying alive. So we're going to take a snazzy suit instead, and then maybe we'll give that to Brittany because Brittany's been a little bit upset with her decor lately. Snazzy suit. There you go, Brittany. Hopefully that will make you a little ball of sunshine. Imagine if Pepsi made Pepsi. Delicious tips. Each people killed becomes a ghost and plants seed of doubt and insecurity in your mind while you sleep. That's alright, I can accept that. In favor of good barbecue, I'll take that. Barbecue. Growth halter for fertilization. They just are not delivering dirt to this thing. If I set up instead our very own little auto sweeper out here, I can't tell how far it's going to be able to reach into the ground. I want it to be able to deal with both the trees. I think if I put it here, it can. I just hope it doesn't mess with, well, I just want to make sure it doesn't mess with the growth of the trees. I don't want it to be in the way of the branches. And it might be. So I might have to put it at the level of this floor piece here. Let's get a little bit of priority on this digging stuff down here now. Give me all that. Maybe clean some of the pea water out of here again. Hey, Cryptic, notice your video in this colony. Notice your videos in this colony that a lot of time your dupes are dropping food, etc. when traveling on your long ladders. Could be part of the reason you're getting starvation notification on it. Potentially, yeah. I mean, so the trouble is they're grabbing food down here or over in the farm, and then they have to go all the way up here to eat it. And yes, these are long ladders. We have to have fire barrels to go down them, but going up does present certain issues. It would be better if I was feeding food in here, but I don't think I can have an automation system in the break room. Great Hall. No industrial machinery, so that rules out putting anything directly in that room. But we could theoretically maybe build something up here for them to get the food a little bit more close, like a little refrigeration room or something. Lord knows we have enough CO2. We can make use of some of that. Oh, I still need to clean up this too. Got pea water over there. Insufficient resource, salt. We ran out of salt, which means we're not producing air right now. That presents certain challenges. I need salt, little duplicants. Give me the salt. There's 3 squares in every... Yeah, but I just want to make sure there isn't something in the way that's going to block the angle of picking it. So if I put it right here, then I just need a storage bin that I can reach in order to pick up the dirt to feed into these trees. And then I don't need a duplicate to do it. It's more likely to happen consistently. Starvation. No, the crashes have something to do with today's update. They try to resolve those kinds of problems in a day or two. Yeah, they're really good about fixing stuff, even on the beta branch. I've been lucky enough it hasn't crashed just yet. I probably shouldn't say that, but we've been streaming for like an hour and it hasn't crashed yet. So you can separate the receptacle from the room with the pneumatic door so that it's in the room while not being in the room. Yeah, actually you could, because then it could reach, because it can deposit things through the pneumatic door. You are very correct. I just don't know that one fridge will cut it ultimately. It's probably okay for now, but perhaps made a good time to save just in case. Well, I mean, yeah, we can do that, but it does auto save the game as well at the start of every cycle. So typically when it's crashed on me, I haven't lost a lot of progress. Key water in the reservoir for the food. Where's the food reservoir? Oh, over here. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Oddly enough, there's no germs, though. It's just polluted water in there. Small miracles. Two major differences in our colonies are about 650 cycles and use the auto dispenser into water. Could be causing an issue. Oh, maybe. Are you using, like, auto dispenser to drop ice in the water kind of thing? But yeah, 650 cycles will make a really big difference in performance. Oh gosh, we gotta get salt. Where's a convenient source of salt we can snag? Yeah, not too many places. I mean, I have this pocket like right here. I do not like these new salt generator things. Just not my favorite. They're even more inconsistent than other mechanisms, I find. At least we're not consuming water quite as quickly now because I got rid of all those plants, but now we're not producing oxygen that they were getting also. If we grab a little bit of algae here. Dig, get a priority 8. Snag a little bit of algae. And we can feed that into our system to get some little bit of oxygen in here. While we go after the salt. That'd be alright. Good morning or night or wherever you are. Stream's quite lagging for me, so good luck, Fox. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks, Koi Dang. Sometimes, so I stream at 1080p, 60 frames per second, so if you're getting a bad stream feed, sometimes lowering the resolution can help. Can they reach that? They should be able to. They have a pathway all the way there. They have ladders and everything. The shovels are white, so they can definitely reach it. Whether they want to reach it or not is another matter, but... A lot of water again. Tell me our research is done. Oh, so close. Okay. Automation on this thing. Ice maker over water pond. Don't let it melt into the pond. Cools well. Yeah, I mean, I believe you, but it's such a small quantity of water here that I'm constantly taking it out that I'm not really chilling it. I just don't know that it's really gonna give me any net benefit in that spot anyway. I'm pretty much consuming all the water that I'm feeding into the colony right away. What I should do is chill it before it gets there. Steam Pfizer guys finally got to bed. It did, yeah. We used it up last time, but now we've got like this 80-degree water in our colony. Now it's only a very small patch, so it's not heating things up insanely, but temperatures are definitely rising down here. Copy settings. Starvation, 27,000 kilocalories, and they're starving. Yep, sounds about right. They're all running over here to get the algae I told them to dig up. Oh, they're digging their way through here for the slime too, so we'll get water now that I've made the water level too. Oh man. Now that I dug the algae out, my pump doesn't reach the water. And my duplicates can't get out. Hooray! I just broke them. Build that ladder. Well, I mean, we could do this another way. Brittany, I told you to break the ladder. Why are you just standing there? They're hanging out the slime lung germs too, which is great. There we go. Everybody out again. That pump's gonna be out of the water soon, but I'll have to lower it down after. We get a little bit of water anyway. Okay, they're finally getting the salt over here. So they can feed our oxygen system. That's good. Let's get this pipe finished. They can't reach that little spot of nasty water there, but it's not really hurting anything because it's not germy. So I'll take it. At least if the P goes in there, it'll be in the right place. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, that's finally hooked up to a smart battery, but I think with the amount of power we're consuming right now, it's not likely to get tapped out. Waiting, lumber delivery. We should have lumber, right? Yeah. 3,868 lumber. Lumber times 600. Snazzy Suchi's wearing in the slime biome. Making the slime biome pretty. One duplicate at a time. Oh, this is done research, right? I think I already checked this, but double check just to make sure my... Yeah, alright, we're good. So I can deconstruct this now. I can deconstruct this. I might as well get rid of this. I'll leave the power wheel for the moment. Care package, nutrient bars. Print those puppies up. Love that food. You know what's funny is we haven't really changed anything about our food production. But now they got 27,000 kilocalories. 28,000. I mean, granted, we added 4,000 worth of nutrient bars, but even still. Gave them nothing new, and they've got all that food. I don't get it. 8 fresh skill points. Yeah, I'm not super worried about spending skill points at the moment. Some of them are already battling stress a bit. I don't want to keep cranking it up. Those of you interested in space, the Starhopper is venting now in preparation for a 20-meter hop and waiting for 4 hours. Oh, really? Where's that one? Is that, is the Starhopper on another one of the Mars, one of the Mars things? Is there still a dude without a bed? There is. I've been really slowly filling this in. It's taking forever. What I want to do is I'm going to backfill this and then break the insulated tile out and create a space that doesn't have all this nasty CO2 in it. Still got all this CO2 or all this oxygen down here. That's so weird. Oh, I guess it's my oxygen diffuser. I guess that's probably the problem. I should really move that thing upward. Producing it down here and then waiting for it to filter its way back up past all this CO2 is not great. Will those 4 trees be enough to sustain those 3 distillers? They used to be, but I think they might have tweaked things a little bit. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Oh my gosh. Really? Okay, we're just roasting everything now because this one little pocket of polluted water isn't high enough pressure to stop this vent from sending water through. Short term, they break things faster, so let's, oh my gosh, what a mess. Let's break a pipe up here. What the heck? Where was that water even going? Oh, I see. I broke the pipe bridge when I told him to break the, there we go. Mop that up. Thank you very much. I know it's really hot. Sorry about that, buddy. Liquid pipe bridge back into here. Try to clean up all the mess down here with this piping hot water that's going to kill off everything. I guess they finally dug up that salt. It took them forever, but they got it. I had a feeling that would happen. Yeah, I was hoping they would clean it out, with but I think it was unreachable, so then they couldn't get it. Then I wasn't worried about it, thinking it would be good enough to stop the water flow, but wasn't thinking about the pressure differential. What's the point in the game? Pretty much just to build a colony in space to survive. You start off with like your world looks a lot like, well, this kind of thing, where it's all just filled in with ground and stuff, and you start off with three little guys. You have to dig out and build a whole base, unlock new research and stuff. It's basically like a big colony management style game. Cramped. You know what that means? More dinner. I think it might be cramped because the egg's sitting in here. They finally got those eggs, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, good. It's only 56 degree water. It's not 80 degree water. Oh, the SpaceX BFR test. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, they're doing that out in the desert. Yeah, yeah. By the way, I mean, only where you could go on top of the asteroid. We didn't know the name of the back then. But you could do pretty much nothing there. Is the coal generator breathing well? Oh yeah, the coal generator's getting all kinds of air. This is silly. Okay, this is gotta change. I need to deconstruct this. They're finally digging out down here. This is where I want to build the coal generator ultimately anyway. Start setting a liquid bridge beside your hot water pump. Just 1 second here. Okay, so I had a secondary system that was flowing through here that's not there anymore, so that might be a part of the confusion. So we get rid of that. Oh, jeez, I got a broken pipe there still. Gotta reconnect that. Okay, so this is the incoming water flow. It flows down, skips over this, and then I had a second bridge here to skip over this water line to put it into a little pocket of water down here that they could tap out using the water bottler, pitcher pump or whatever. The bathroom system flows through and comes down here. This pipe bridge makes the water flow prefer to go into the sieve to keep it in the system, but if the system is backed up, it will prefer to flow out and go out into storage containers. Storage containers will then empty out into the pipe that flows down into where we have our arbor trees here growing to keep them supplied with water. It's messy because I built it all I built it all out of order, so I just sort of layered pipes on top of each other in order to do what I wanted to in the moment, rather than like breaking it all down and redesigning it. You spoke too soon on the lack of notifications about suffocation and starvation. They were shortly to follow. You can see this getting a little bit lighter up here. Okay, did I finish the power grid over here? I did. That's connected. I don't need these anymore. Deconstruct both of those. I don't need the smart battery anymore. I want to put some more of these tiles in here. Don't need any of this wire. It can all go. Recover all that. Okay, so we have a clean power grid at least. Now I just need to make sure that I'm actually supplying it with a sufficient amount of power for it to be worthwhile. This coal generator I'm going to move down. Okay, we'll make that out of iron. I'm going to tuck it back into here. Did I break something? Oh, no, it's just sitting in oxygen. Well, great. Fabulous. That could be airflow tile. Then we'll get that out of there. Created a weird little pocket of oxygen right here that's oddly high pressured. Never get the power for the cooling loop. Yeah, I already have it connected. So it's already connected here. I don't need the. I should start getting rid of stuff that I don't need anymore, just so I can save the materials and save the headache. Makes it a little bit cleaner looking, so when I'm building stuff, I'm not thinking stuff is happening where it's not. Automation, I can deconstruct this and recover the refined metals. And start to deconstruct this and make room for our bedroom space. You ever cancel the algae filter plant in the cave near the salt water? Nope. We ended up building it. Not that they're doing anything with it, but I told them to build it. We don't have the algae to feed it now anyway, though, right now. They can't even get over here and do anything I want them to. They get all the way out here and they run into air and they gotta run back. It's terrible. Okay, cancel this. Can I put a door here now? I can. Maybe priority 7 on putting this stuff together. Which algae do we have? Organic, there we go. Algae, I have none. Hooray! Who needs algae anyway? Trying to minimize some of these things. Oh, we have a poke shell mold, which apparently I think we can grind into, where is it? There it is, poke shell mold. We can grind that into lime, crush it into lime or whatever. Cool. Why are these stifling? They're ready to harvest. Set to harvest, don't have to worry about that. Okay, good. We got the wood off those things. Why do people have a fox with a blue or yellow background? Those are people who are members of the channel. So there's a join button at the top of the chat. When you click on that, you get a pop-up that shows like different levels of membership that you can join at. So when you join as a member, you get a special little badge that's the fox head. And depending on how long you've been a member for, you'll get a different colored circle behind the fox face. I need to change it up a little bit so it's a little bit more distinctive because it's kind of hard to tell how long someone's been a member for. But the icons are also really tiny, so it's not like I could write like 1 month or 6 months or 1 year in there. I gotta find a better way to define that. Used to think having them clear the polluted water out of the algae terrariums was irritating, but now it helps them too. A little bit, sometimes. Okay, I need this deconstructed. Where can I put the bin that I can reach through to, though? If I put it directly above here, I won't be able to reach it with the... What's the reach on this thing? Shipping. Ooh. If I put it there, I can put a storage bin like right here that I can fill with dirt. And it should be able to reach it. And then right above here, I can put the receptacle for wood. Conveyor loader. Slap in a little conveyor rail. Ship that down to here. We're finally producing ethanol, which, oh man, I gotta get this hooked up. Might be at least a little bit important to have some automation here. Conserve power. This I want to send all the way through into here. We'll shut that off. And that is gonna be high priority because we're wasting fuel at the moment. Trees might be set to priority 5 right now, yeah. Yeah, they are. Again, it's the same challenge we run into with everything, right? Like, when everything becomes a priority, nothing's a priority. This door needs to go. That door needs to go. I can clean up just a little bit of muck that's in here. We can throw in some tile here to let the air flow downward. And then if I dig this out, I'll actually get a way for the air to actually spread out a little more. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I don't really care about that. I just want this door gone because it's too slow. Every time they go through it, it's really slow moving. I want to replace it with this door, but... can't do it directly. They gotta break it first. Air pressure is gradually improving, though. I just still don't like the way that everything's working over here yet. Who's suffocating? And why? Are you enjoying the challenge of new asteroids? Yeah, for sure. It was kind of a lot like relearning the game, because I was so familiar with playing the game. I always played in a certain pattern, right? So I would build things a certain way, and I had a set system to get everything set up early on to stabilize really quick. So with them changing everything, it was kind of a nice adjustment. It was almost like having to relearn portions of the game and figure out how I wanted to tackle everything again. Yeah, I really should power that horizontal door. I broke the power on it, and now I'm regretting it. I wasn't really thinking about how frequently the duplicates would be through there. They're going through a little more often than I thought they would. Brittany with a super chat. You're causing a multitude of problems. Well, thanks for causing problems, Brittany, and thank you for the super chat also. Well, you know what? I don't have anything in me to feed this guy. I'm gonna deconstruct the bin at the end, and we'll put the... What does he eat again? It's a polluted dirt and stuff, right? Polluted dirt and rot pile. So we're not composting it into actual dirt. We'll feed it to this little guy. And then convert it to sand for us. He's hanging out the door. I wonder if they groomed the bookshelf. I haven't even noticed. Oh, that door is broken, so we can replace that. And I think we'll plug it in too, so they go in and out there quickly. To play tab again this week. I want to see you try the Gamma Center. Oh, have you tried that one? Is it tricky? At this point, you should drain the CO2 where your cooling system is. Yeah, I really probably should. It's like 3,900 grams in here. They're probably popping their ears every time they go in. I have to decide how I want to tackle that. I mean, I could pump it out just using an oxygen pump. I could pump it into a storage container, and that might even work. Maybe I'll do that. Gas reservoir. No, that's going to be... Nope, never mind. Might be kind of inconvenient. I don't know what I want to do with it. I guess, you know what? I could do this a different way. We'll go put a little farm tile in here. Or planter box, rather. We'll put a couple planter boxes. We'll plant in a couple of ferns in there and let them clean it up a bit. Actually, not there. I put it down a little lower. That's silly. Ooh, it's 44 degrees. What temperature does the fern grow at? I don't have any... that might be too hot for them down there. Maybe I'll put them up here for now. I think they can manage 40 degrees. Do you hate my commands? What? Do you hate my commands? Brittany's questioning your... I'm sorry, I'm confused. I don't really care about the commands. There's like hundreds of them. There's gotta be like 150, something like that. Can't you just dig out the area more so there's more room for the CO2? Yeah, but I mean, at some point you want to clean it up. Like you could just keep digging and digging and digging and digging, let it expand endlessly and never clean it up. But at some point it is good to clean it up. Get it all sorted again. Water pipe fix the water pipe so they can harvest. Which water pipe? Oh. What's going on here? There we go. Is that the one you're referring to? I'm assuming it is. This water's all backed up. We actually have more polluted water than I can use. That's interesting. Ethanol's backing up, so that's good too. Did we get that? Yep, we got the automation wire fixed, so that's in place. Good times. All right, we have a pretty good buildup of power available now. Just with the amount of ethanol that's already built up here, we're good from a power perspective. So that consistency of power will go a long way to helping keep the oxygen there too. We should make a meme asteroid. We just vent the CO2 to space after, yeah. Well, we got to get to the point where we actually get up to space to vent it, you're right. I guess that's another way you could do it. I need something that makes algae in this. Well, there is a way to make algae. It's just, oops, I have all these buildings turned off. That's silly of me. Let's fill this floor in so that my buildings work again. I forgot I dug up that dirt there and then didn't replace it. They've still never filled up the hatch feeder. That water's all good. Wow. For the first time in this colony, we actually have an excess of water. So that's good. And it's really all about like getting rid of those ox ferns made all the difference in terms of the water consumption. The duplicates weren't spending the time trying to supply them all the time. We're not consuming all the water. Pretty good deal around. These are growing over here now. 37%, so that's good. They're set to harvest. Let's make, oh, actually, we'll harvest these at priority 8 when they come up. I want to make sure they get that job done. Because we're gonna want the wood for fuel. We can put our little auto sweeper in here. That will reach everything I need it to in there. I guess we'll just connect it into this grid here. Alright, build all this out now. We'll save a little more duplicate time. We can throw in heavy watt power line into this one. Sweet. So this will be a hamster wheel. I probably don't need these hamster wheels anymore. I kept them there just in case, so it's sort of like a last minute thing. I might have an issue, so I left those in place. So we can destroy both of those now because we have a consistent power supply. Consistent power supply on a good grid. So that's how about that? You know what? This has got to be one of the first times I started this. It's not really sad. One of the first times I've started a stream with an objective in mind, and we definitely got it tackled. And well before the end of the stream too, instead of like right at the very end. The tree sweeper, I've got a plan in place for it to get powered. Yeah, it's not powered yet. I want the sweeper to do two things. I want it to load the dirt in the trees automatically so that the duplicates don't have to do it. And I want it to pick up the wood and load it into the conveyor system to feed it into the ethanol machines automatically, so I don't have to do that either. I want organic in here. No, I don't want organic. I want... Brain won't work. Cultivatable soil. There we go. Dirt. Somebody fill that up. Matthew Ness with the super chat. Would it be worth using hydroponic tiles for ox ferns if you get more water in the future? Well, I did have hydroponic tiles in them, so it does save time for sure. It's just that, like, for the amount of water you feed into them, I don't know that they produce a good amount of oxygen. At least not with the number of duplicates I have. If I had a smaller number of duplicates, then the number of ox ferns I had probably would have made a much more significant difference. Read Scott's message. I was wondering, is your mechatronic dupe incapable of construction? Oh god, please no. If they are, that's going to be such a problem. Who is our mechatronics person? It's Richard, right? Let's check out Richard. If they can't construct, that would be terrible. Skills. Advanced research field, blah, blah, blah. Construction 4. Squeamish, early bird. Nope. They are capable of building. I wonder if they just aren't building because I haven't swapped the hats. So I've often wondered whether the hats were just purely decorative or whether they actually serve a purpose. Richard with the super chat. What's the guys who are at the top left of this colony? Thanks for the super chat, Jess. Hold on one second. This one appears as a cool steam vent. Unless you were referring to a different one. There's a cool steam vent there. That's the one that's supplying us with stuff there. You know what's funny? There's actually, down here there's another hydrogen vent. So even though I built this power system right in here, we could have dug a little farther down and built a hydrogen power system off of that vent. I had yet even more power. It's something we can certainly tap into later. Let's go to Richard's priorities. We don't really need Richard to be focused on research anymore. We'll put research focusing on... What does mechatronics engineer fall under, I wonder? I would think in, like, building, right? Deconstruction, build, construction. I mean, alright, we'll put him on priority for building. And just so I remember that he's not doing research anymore, I'm going to swap his hat. Jess with the super chat. Don't, I mean top right. Sorry. Top right. This geyser here was, I believe, a polluted oxygen geyser. And then we have another one way up here that is chlorine. I think those are the only ones we've identified out here so far. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that one's polluted oxygen. Hydrogen vents are pretty good now. They average 100 to 125 gram per second output. Only downside is 500 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that temperature is a little bit. Which, I mean, it's coolable. It's not that bad, but it's you definitely need to put some work into cooling it. Yeah, they're not building any of this stuff. The hydrogen geyser is actually just straight down below us here, right here. This one here is a hydrogen geyser. Or hydrogen vent, or whatever you call it. Should that make cleanable oxygen? Yeah, theoretically. So it's got a lot of germs and stuff in it, but I mean, technically we could pump it into a space and then set up a filtering system to try to clean it, but it would take a whole pile of sand and stuff. And I'm not sure what temperature it comes out at either, which is the different problem. Actually, it'll probably tell us if well, no, actually it won't. I can see what type of geyser it was, but I haven't tapped into it to see what the temperature settings are on it. It's also hot, so very hot. You'd think of when it comes out that hot, it wouldn't have any germs in it, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just polluted oxygen with no germs. Calories are climbing now. Actually, since I told them to stop making lice loaf, because now we're adding food with the microbe musher. This should actually stop. Put a halt to the consumption of their food, of the water. There we go. They're finally building. Good job, Richard. Okay, this I want to be set for lumber. Which is under industrial ingredients. So we'll set that for lumber. This is loading dirt, which is doing its job. That's sending the lumber down here, so that's good. Genetic ooze. What? How do we... I'm confused. How do I... Is it considering the lumber genetic ooze while it's on the conveyor system? I guess it does. That's so weird. Alright, that's gotta be like a labeling error. It should say lumber, but it's apparently genetic ooze. That's so weird. Whatever. As long as it does the job, I don't care. We got a bunch of food and dirt this is producing. We might actually need more of these, more compost systems. How are you doing egg production-wise? 98%. This thing's gonna lay an egg soon. And that's gonna turn messy. What is genetic ooze? Yeah. Yeah, what I should do is I should put the poke shell in its own little room with a floor that's made out of pneumatic doors so it can walk on the floor, but any egg it lays will just fall right through. And that way they'd never have an egg sitting next to them that they'd be trying to defend. Need a little time to make that space, though. Ooh, bristleberries. We can make food out of that. I like foods. We should actually set up a bristleberry farm. Assuming we can get... We'd have to cool the water supply that we're actually pumping into it, but... that's thoroughly broken. Deconstruct this. Let's try making a pump out of a gold now and see if we can get the pump to actually stay intact. Oh, never mind. I don't have any gold. I used it all. Oh, they just didn't reach it. There's gold amalgam right there. Can they just not reach that? Why does it say I don't have any gold? I don't know why that is. Get out of the water, you dummy. It's really hot in there, Rob. Whatever you took, it dropped on the floor anyway. Good job. Look at the shine bugs we're getting now, too. We're ready to do something about those. You know what? We should actually... We have this set up right in here. Let's make a little kitchen here. Actually, I want to make space for an egg cracker here. So cancel that. Throw an electric grill here, and the egg cracker can go here. I'm gonna start to use up some of these shine bug eggs. All that can go. How many shine bug eggs do we have? Critter eggs. We have 23 shine nymph eggs. Probably used up like half of them. Can't reach gold. Too many spaces between the ladder and the gold. Oh, you're right. Yep. It is just slightly out of reach. I forgot I broke that when they got trapped in there and I was debating how to get them out. How many shine bugs do we have? I don't know. They're really hard to count. There's a bunch, though. Many, many shine bugs. It's surprising. Oh, they did wake them up. I was like, it's surprising it didn't wake that dupe up, but I guess it did. It's shining through that door. This door is going to need to be replaced. Because we just have too many shine bugs now. Ah, shine bug got in the room. Hurry up and build the door before more get in there. Come on. Give me my door. Not enough shine bugs. Never had enough shine bugs. Well, it depends. Since they actually disturb the duplicate sleep now, they are a bit more of a nuisance than they used to be. Get out of the door before it steals you in. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Oh, I trapped one. There's always one getting stuck in there. I hope these doors will keep them out as effectively as the pneumatic doors do. It blocks the light at least, so the duplicates can sleep. This needs to be finished still. Making really slow progress over here because I'm kind of slacking. Whoever's bedroom this is going to be like flush in the chlorine though. Something I'm sure you'll be super happy about. Yeah, they were fighting just to kill the 2 shine bugs that were there because I wanted to get them out of the bedroom. I don't have a shine bug lure because we don't have any plastic, so I couldn't lure them out. Yeah, we could. Yeah, it would be handy to have solar panels. Rothgar actually did a neat video where he did a neat little construction build, putting shine bugs into individual little tile above the solar power generator as a means to produce power. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we could pretty much just throw like a solar generator here and get some power out of this. It wouldn't be top notch or anything, but I don't have any gas or glass production though, so that rules that out for the time being. The ethanol's all backing up. All right, but that's good though. So we have a bit of polluted water building up over here because the trees aren't consuming enough of it. If we do find that we don't, I mean, we've obviously got enough wood production now, and definitely more than enough ethanol production. So I don't have to worry about that too much. But we can always just store the wood somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily have to all be fed in there. You don't have to get plastic to build the lure now. Where are you, little shinebug lure? Airborne critter bait. Oh, look at that. Instead, it just uses ore. Oh, that's good. Man, wish I'd looked at that earlier. Okay, so we have, well, it only attracts, well, it'll attract one type of critter. So we could use that to lure all the shinebugs somewhere else. They get glum if they're all in one space, though. They're actually glum here anyway. At least they don't say they're crowded, so they'll keep laying eggs, but... Oh, where's that poke shell egg? This thing has got to go, like, toot sweet. I don't know where to put it, though. I kind of want it to hatch, but... You know what? Let's put it up here. We'll put this critter egg... What the heck is it called? Pufflet, pufflet, directlet, fry, hatchling, pinch row. There we go. Man. Okay. Go grab that pinch row egg. Preferably before the... Oh, they do groom it. Oh, he's so happy now. Did they get the egg already? I wasn't even watching. The egg seems to be gone, so it must be here somewhere, or did it crack open? That's weird. I don't know where it went. I wonder whether it actually just broke on the floor. If so, that kind of sucks. I should actually set these things to store lime. Liquefiable miscellaneous. How are these not storing any phosphorite? That's weird. Clothing, snazzy suit, no. Critter eggs, no. Filtration medium. Liquefiable, no. Miscellaneous. Huh. Where do I put the eggshells? I thought there would be an option to store them in here somewhere. Apparently not. Alright. Don't think the egg made it to the storage bin. Yeah, did they drop it somewhere? Like, where did it go? They would have run it out. I don't see it down here on the ground anywhere. Critter egg. Pinch row egg. No, it's there. Maybe it just turned invisible? I don't know, it's gone. The egg just vanished. Eggshell's an organic? Oh, thank you. Oh, there it is. I already had it selected. They just haven't been storing them. Interesting. Well, at least there's one area that's good decor-wise. It's the spot they actually sleep and stuff in. Sleep and eat, what have you. I was gonna do a break room down here, and I kept forgetting about it, so I probably should do that. I need to relocate this critter feeder, though, that's full of stuff for the shine bugs. I also kind of want to do. Let's try putting a fridge up here. We have access to an abundance of power now, so let's put a fridge in place. Our food's actually getting to the point where we're probably going to want to start storing it. This I meant to make omelets, but I'm going to need to crack some eggs first. So let's take some shine nymph eggs, of which we have 25. We'll break like 10 of those. Actually, I think it takes 3 eggs. Each one of these will produce 100 grams of raw egg, and then cooked fish. Oh, cooked fish, that's a new one. Paku fillet. 1,000 kilograms produces 1,600 kilograms. Wow, that's a good trade-off for Paku. We should probably try to get some of those. The egg's in the divot with the hatch. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it's hiding right behind the little guy. Get that guy out of here. My kids still up so they can say hi. Nope, sorry, Amanda. My kids are fast asleep. It's almost midnight here. It's like 10 minutes to midnight. So even though they're on summer break, I don't let them stay up till midnight. Especially my 6-year-old. She gets cranky after like 7 some days. Update. Starhopper went up in the air, hovered and landed back down over to the side of its launch point. Too much smoke and flame to see well, but saw the top above the smoke. That's, oh yeah. That's cool. The hatch is hatching it, yeah. The hatch is in there keeping it warm. Should be in here now. Yeah, there we go. Let's drop that on the ground. Oh, it sounds so pathetic when he's roped up. Let me out! Let me out! An ethanol geyser would be great. Can you imagine? Maybe, that would probably be a little too overpowering, actually. I could actually grow more trees here if I had, if I create more space for it. Not that I need the lumber necessarily, but... Somebody get this little guy. Come on. He's still happy and tame, but he's all trussed up, and he doesn't sound as pleased as the game says he is. Nobody call PETA. Okay. We're just about ready to build our little chlorine room here, I guess, so we can put furniture in for them. Now, this particular duplicate, we've been really using and abusing, so I'm going to try and give them a decent room to here hang out in. Installation here. Now, they're not going to have any oxygen because they're hanging out in chlorine, but still, at least we'll try to do right by them a little bit. I think we'll just do regular sculpting blocks, I guess. Little flower pot. And we'll give them hanging pots, too. Give them, like, the mega decor room. Maybe we'll give them some crown molding, also. A little private suite. There we go. Finally, that last duplicate will have a place they can lay their head. Okay, now we need to work on break room space for our duplicates because they haven't really had one. Granted, they have like a lunchroom and stuff, but that's not good enough. They need a proper break room. I haven't yet been farming the pinch of pepper plant. However, we should have some of that, I think, actually. 28 kilograms of pinch of pepper nuts. So that's nothing necessarily to sneeze at. This... Let's connect this into the power grid. Let's see, what side do I want to put this on? These are running intermittently. That's running intermittently. That's not really running. Okay, so we can go on this side, actually. It's good. I forgot how big this base was better than mine. I don't know about better. It depends on how well yours is oxygenated, because mine isn't the best right now. I still need to clean that up. One of the things I actually find a little bit challenging about the way I've got this set up is the oxygen's being produced right at the very top. And because it's being produced at the top, it pressurizes up above the CO2 pretty quickly, and then it stops producing a little bit, so it's never really getting enough penetration down here where I really should be producing, like, I'd rather the oxygen came out at like this level, and then some of it would go up and some would spread down, and we'd settle into a range where everything that's down here would be in a nice layer of oxygen. I could do that with pumps and stuff, but what I was trying to do... Well, one of my concerns with these little rusty oxidizers is they actually need to be fed salt and rust all the time. Which isn't great. Hey Amanda, how are you? As my teacher used to say, did you bring enough for everyone to have some? Somebody bring food? Somebody got snacks? You're not sharing? No one snacks. Expand up. Yeah, we can expand upwards too. Suffocating. Let's make sure they're not really trapped. They're not. This is starting to exchange some of the CO2 we have here, so that's going to start to get cleaned up. It's really high pressure though, so it's going to be a long time before that's done cleaning up. These things don't really clean up CO2 very quickly. I kind of want to take this rusty oxidizer and move it over to the right a bit. That would allow the oxygen that comes out to filter down a little bit more naturally, because right now it's a little bit choked up right in here, and that's part of my problem with the airflow. See, on this side here, we're getting a better distribution of oxygen, I think, in part because it's got better flow. Or here it's kind of bottled up. So I think I'm gonna disable this for now, and I'm gonna shift it over. Disable building. There we go. Is there only one tile over? I guess it is only one tile over I need to go. Alright. Shift it over one tile, and then I wanted to worry about releasing CO2 this way. Yeah, watch and see where I get in trouble, then don't do that. That's a good... That's probably a really good opinion. Starting our We Are Billions campaign today. Thanks to you, Cryptic. It got up to one in the game. Awesome, Greg. Hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy those types of real-time strategy games, that's definitely one of my favorites. So I hope you enjoy it too. This needs to be set to everything, not cooking ingredients necessarily. Oh, we have raw egg on the floor now, so we can make omelets. Let's set those for forever. All right, we're gonna print it, but I don't really need it. I guess it can't hurt to have it on hand, but... Nice. I think probably one of the next things we're going to want to tackle is a Dreco farm, so we can start to get reed fiber. Because the reed fiber is going to let us make things like paintings. It'll let us make exosuits, so when our duplicates are out doing activities that aren't in the base, it will certainly help. Let's do another auto sweeper down here. We'll do a storage container for coal. Connect this into the power grid. Set up our automation. Go down to there. And then I can deconstruct this up here. There we go. Keep our CO2 production down to the bottom level where we're scrubbing it anyway. As much as we can. it's a really dirty colony, but at least we got good air quality at the top now. It's already better than where we were sitting last stream. Enjoy tab, but I'm listening to watch it. Oh yeah. I have time to make videos of it. Yeah, well the thing is that when I'm streaming it, it's a little different too. So if I make a video, I can generally chop it down to 30 or 40 minutes, but when I'm streaming it, it's a couple hours long. There's a lot of waiting time there where you're like building up resources, you know, building stuff, and you gotta wait for that, or like just exploring that I often will chop out when I do a recorded video of it. Yeah, you learn a lot by watching all my mistakes. It's called benefiting from the experience of others, Kaboom. That's what it is. They're not mistakes. It's generating experiences. That's what I'm doing. I gotta watch, you know, tap too many of these shine bug eggs, or they create myself a different problem. They won't reproduce enough, and then we'll make the population extinct. These are cramped, so we can get rid of a couple of our hatches. They finally have dirt in here to eat. That's good. Man. Considering we weren't really in the best of shape when I started streaming tonight, I would say we've got a pretty solid recovery on this colony going. Everything's kind of settling down into a better position. I'm not dying for water, although I'm not exactly, I don't have an overabundance of clean water, that's for sure. We have a little bit building up here, but not much. But we're not desperate for water right now because I'm not really using it so much to produce food. I'm not using it to try to produce oxygen right now. So for the most part, we're pretty stable at the moment. Now we gotta watch it when it run into like things like salt and rust and that sort of thing. We got the power grid built that I wanted to do tonight as well, which is pretty much one of the more important things. Why am I sitting with no power at all? What the? Why is this not running? Insufficient combustible liquid. Oh, wow. We tapped it all out? I thought we had a bit of a reserve built up there. Oh, man. You know what? Every time I think I got everything all sorted out, I make a problem. Well, we were in good shape. We have our ethanol power system built down here, but obviously, I gotta get this coal generator going down here. It's all connected, I think. Yeah. It's all connected. It just needs to be properly powered, I guess, and then we can start hopefully producing some more ethanol again. Our shipping is nope. We used up all the wood too. That's interesting. All right. Everyone was saying I was probably producing too much ethanol, but it doesn't seem like we are. I think I probably just need a greater production of lumber to make sure that we stay on top of the ethanol, and that's okay because we do have more polluted water. But we can tackle that next stream. It is just after midnight my time, but thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, I hope you'll choose to subscribe, or even click on the join member button at the top and choose to become a member of the channel. I appreciate everyone tonight. Thank you so much for the super chats. Tomorrow night we are going to be playing a game. What is tomorrow night? Tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow we're going to be playing Don't Starve Together. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday night, it looks like we'll be playing some Don't Starve Hamlet based on the votes that we got in, and then I'm going to probably do Car Mechanic Simulator on Sunday night. Next week, I have to travel for work a little bit, so I won't be streaming on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but I'll set up a schedule for the remainder of that week. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.